Hey everybody, this is Luke Parisi. I'm the developer working on the game BattleCourt. I'm putting up a devblog today because this next update has taken a while, but that's because there's so many new features. So I just wanted to spend this video going through it. And the plan for the release of this update is by this Friday, which is the 24th. So still four full days, but there's still a lot I have to do. But so far, I'll go through two of the main things, which is the overhaul of the new game and the level selection. And that's all here. So here, instead of that small screen with the level list you can select, I've put it all in this new one and you just scroll through. So the image here is bigger, just like that. And now there's difficulty, which modifies a few things. So here it shows what it modifies. So if we say very hard, makes the enemies very strong and fast. So what that means is they got more health, they hit you for more damage, and they move faster. The drop rates are also lower on this difficulty, and the victory condition is to beat Wave 84, the mech boss. Same with hard. Just wave 84, medium's actually now set to wave 56 and easy's wave 28. So what happens is once you hit that wave, you'll then get a victory pop-up menu and you'll get a bunch of coins, which I'm still adjusting, but yeah. There's also challenges, just I guess gameplay modifiers. There's these challenges, but there will also be like missions and things like that, which I haven't started yet, but that was the plan. I'll switch to desktop quickly. If this shows, yeah, it's now showing desktop, I think. If I move this here, so these were the things I'm currently working on and have to do. So level challenge achievements was linked to those challenges I was showing you, but then there'll be achievements for these objectives, let's say. So these two things are another, yeah, what did I write? Add custom rolled levels. Oh yeah, that's the other big thing. So other than say challenges you do throughout the missions, or throughout the levels, sorry, there'll be specific levels built, and I'm trying to do it for say daily random rolls, and that'll generate a level, so one of the 7 main levels, and then whenever I add more it'll roll them, and then it'll pick a custom condition, so like, you know, cobalt only robots, but then possibly some other settings, and if you beat that mission or that daily level, you'll get a bunch of coins for that. So that was the other thing. So the main progression is in the coins, earning the coins, and with those coins you can buy starting weapons. So I'll show you as here. So you can use them to buy starting weapons or unlock your equip slots. And this is locked for the, I'll just quickly switch back to, yeah, there we go, because it was affecting the frame rate. But yeah, so these are locked only in this loadout section, and that is locked for the ability to put starting weapons in those slots. But say these two here, they're locked. If we go into a game, they're not locked here. And because, as well, my loadout was what it had set in loadout, but because I set a challenge, it overrides. If you see here, any gun challenge will override your starting loadout. And these challenges as well, to unlock this, you have to beat any level on medium, and to unlock this one, it's to beat any level on hard. So I'll show that in a bit anyway. I've got a different achievement save which has those locked. So yeah, and that for this, that means we can I've just been playing around with it, and you can select your starting loadout. So here, let's say we want to start with those guns, we just have them there, and then every new game we go to, we'll start with those 2 guns. And then, as you can, all you have to do is click it here. These are your permanent gun lists as well. So let's say this is how we start. We buy a new gun, it costs 100 coins for a tier 1. That does a random roll, the same way that the loot crates do a random roll of the weapons. So it does all that. And then, alright, we like this weapon, so we just click the slot we want it in. So I'll put it this functionality compared to the in-game inventory, because there's a lot less space here, so it's a lot neater. And then if we get enough money to unlock that, we see this comes up as empty now, and we've got the equip in slot 3 ready to go, so we can put another weapon there if we want. So these are all things you can buy with the coins. So at the moment I've just made it, you can buy all 4 tier guns. It just costs a bit, like this one's 100,000, which will take a while to get coins. The current balance is around, if you beat a level on medium with no modifiers, I was thinking about 1,000 coins you get from that, and then plus the amount you get from scrapping all the weapons. So here as well, you can spend coins on your upgrades. So I haven't got many upgrades at the moment. I've just put them a bit in fire rate to test that. But you can put it in your health. So first level costs 100 coins, but then it grows at specific rates. I've put them in the patch notes as well, the growth rates. So here, HP, 100 coins, increment 1.5 times. So that'll be then 225 and so on. So every new cost is multiplied by, as you can see there. And this I've just set up with this. This will be gone by the release. This is just for me testing it. So yeah, now our starting HP is 165. You can also upgrade your crate heal amount. You can upgrade the amount of starting crates here as well, and that's permanent for each level. So all these, yeah, obviously is permanent, same with this. And these are different to your weapons you get in the inventory. So let's say we upgrade damage more. The weapon displays here will upgrade dynamically with the upgrades you do here. So let's see this. Total DPS 20.75, damage 25.75. If we upgrade this a bit, now damage is 27.5 and 22.16. And then more, 23.16 DPS. And that's for every gun, or you get fire rate, crit chance as well. This is probably the cheapest upgrade you can get, crit strike multi, because I want that to be upgradable to very high. And there you can see crit now is 7% at 250% damage, and then 255, 260% damage. So it upgrades it dynamically here, and the weapons obviously, when they fire and deal their damage, apply it with the upgraded damage. So you can also upgrade loot chance and loot rarity. Loot chance just increases the probability that any loot crate will drop, whether it's a health, a weapon, or a costume. And loot rarity will only work on weapons, and that'll work on these rolls here, and it'll work on the in-game rolls. So what that means is every time you do I'll just delete these. Every time you say collect a weapon crate in-game or click this, we got a rare, but it'll roll between 1 and 10,000. And how I've set it up is to get the probabilities. If that, say for unique, I want a 0.1% probability that it'll be unique. So I just say if the loot roll is less than 10, then it'll be a legendary. So what this loot rarity does is it gets your roll, so whatever your base roll is, it might have been 20, and then if you do this, one level is equal to 10 points, so it'll go 20 minus 10, and then what might have been a legendary, it now turns into a unique. And obviously the more you do, so if I do 1%, that'll be equal to 100 points in that random roll between 1 to 10,000. So say you've got a loot roll of 10, and you do this loot rarity of 100, it'll go 10 minus 100, so it'll be negative 90. So then it'll just be guaranteed a legendary, but then your next roll might be 2,800, and then nothing really happens there, so it goes from 2,800 to 2,700, and it's still only a common or a uncommon, yeah. But yeah, so that's how that loot rarity works. You've got damage reduction, which applies after your modifiers to damage reduction, say from the weakened state in the enemies. So the weakened state makes the enemies hit you at 50% less damage, so then this gets applied after that. So say you take 10 damage, usually if you had a damage reduction of 10, you would take 9 damage. If you had the default damage of 10 and then that enemy has the weakened state on it, they'll then from that do 5 damage, and then the damage reduction will be applied after that, so it'll turn from 5 to 4.5 damage instead of 4 damage. So that's that one. And then scrap amount is the amount that, so any weapons you get in game now you can scrap instead of just deleting, and that gives you a small amount of coins, so it's between 1 and 3 for tier 1, and it goes up by 3 coins each tier. So by tier 4 you're only getting 12 coins, but that will add up because you get a decent amount of weapons. And then with this you can upgrade that base amount as well, and then it also applies here at a multiple of the tiers by 10. So say this is a tier 1, so if I show you here it'll only be 1, so 52, and then we go here 53. But if it's a tier 2, we've got 280, this will turn it into 290. And then for here it'll be 100, and there plus 1,000. And that's just how that works. Fire rate is your all guns fire rates. So I don't have enough on this one, but it just increases so as you see there, 8.52 shots. Then let's say another 10%, it will add another 0.8 shots per second. Crit strike chance and multi are pretty self-explanatory as well. And they're all the upgrades in the game at the moment. As well with fire rate, there's a maximum fire rate of 60 shots per second, which was implemented before I put it in VSync as well, and that was equivalent to 1 shot a frame. And I'm just keeping it like that for now. So you can't upgrade any gun higher than 60 shots per second. So if the gun already has 60 shots per second and you upgrade your fire rate, or you get a roll that upgrades its fire rate, it'll just remain at 60. So that's those ones there. Then I've cleaned up the costumes here so I can fit it all and added it so you can see it there, your current costume. So that's all that. I'll show you now on a new save. So I'll switch to desktop for a second so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just deleting these saves. And that will remove all my gun details and achievement details, which I don't recommend doing unless you want to lose all your progress, but I do here anyway because this is the dev environment. So I'll just start up again. Alright, so if we go to Loadout, you'll see your basic starting. So this is how any new game is going to start. Well, any new player with no save will get something like this. Your usual charged cobalt plasma pulse, and then no coins. And then as you can see here, beat any level on medium, beat any level on hard. So that's just that one there. And then you've got the coin multiplier, which I don't think I went through, but based on the challenges you have, it increases and decreases that coin multiplier, which is the amount you will get at the victory condition. So say it has a base of 1,000 coins for medium there, and you've put it on boss only, which multiplies it by 20. So you'll get 20,000 coins just for beating a boss only run on medium on any level. So it adds a bit of challenge. Same with the difficulties. Insane is I'm kind of figuring out if that's going to be easy or not. The enemy move speeds are pretty high, and their damage is multiplied by 600,000. So it just is guaranteed. Anything is guaranteed to one hit you. And then, yeah. So with all this, I've added the achievements for the difficulties, beating each level on each difficulty up to very hard, and then the insane difficulty for on any level. So if you beat insane on any level, then you'll get that achievement. And the victory condition at the moment for insane is just to get to wave 28. So I didn't want to go too crazy just yet with the difficulty for you guys, like wave 84. Yeah, we'll see if you guys can beat it. But other than that, I think I'll just go look at that list quickly. So besides victory pop-up, quickly talked about, it's just the small UI that pops up and says how many coins you earn. You can continue on if you want, or you can end the run there and get your coins. But either way, you'll get the victory coins. The permanent weapons, went through. Yeah, I think that's all the main. Now I can just show you on the gameplay some of the slight design changes. So there, I've just put this one I was doing today. Begins, it's a bit neater. Moved FPS counter to this. You see your coin amount here. If we get a gun, I'll show you the scrap. So there, I'm still adjusting the alignment and everything. So there we go. That's another cobalt, a better one. And then if we want to scrap it, yeah, it's a bit hard to see, but scrap item, 1 coin. Then we got 1 coin. Just like usual. I'll show you some of the gameplay with the custom save. So with some of the challenges set up, and I'm just copying and replace, and now start. Coming up. Gotta toggle it again. Why is it not picking it up now? Maybe if I reopen it. There's my Steam. Now I should. Picked it up before. I hope. Anyway, I'll just leave it on desktop just to show you this. So let's go explosive only, which drops the multiplier a bit, but bosses. Let's do it on easy. It's a bit jerky, sorry about that because of the desktop mode. And we'll start seeing some bosses come out. These are really hard, so these ones are designed to be done after you've updated your player a bit. And you've got better starting, well actually with these, as I select the missiles only, you're forced to start with this loadout. Yeah, so that was bosses only, or you might want to do beams only, all enemies ×2, or mass zombies. Let's do mass zombies with beam, that'd be pretty good. It's smooth when I'm playing the game, but on the recording it's not really good at all. So yeah, we're getting a lot of zombies. So with beam only as well. All the weapons that drop will be beams, so 2 more beams. That one's a bit... It's because of the brittle mod. Another beam. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I've been working on. Don't think I forgot anything, but yeah, this is all planned for the beta 1.4. So other than that, yeah, still on desktop. So I've still got a few things like creating new costumes, these adding the objectives to do throughout any game, any level you want, and the dailies, and then doing the achievements, and the ability to select the starting wave, which is what I'm going to do after I finish recording this video. And then all these changes are planned too, which status immunity to bosses, the game over screen, display the time in minutes. There's a few sound issues, like when there's too many playing at once, it gets really loud. Crates, when they spawn off the map, they'll teleport into the map so you can actually collect them. Edge scroll, so with the collision fix, it still has this little issue, but that probably won't be in the next update. And so the inventory currently, every new weapon gets added to the list and displays under the previous weapons, but I'm going to reverse that direction, so new weapons will appear at the top of the list or the top of the display. And then there's a bunch of bugs which I'm going to try and fix all the main ones before the release, because I'm sure there'll be found more. And that's all these bugs mostly been found by Frenzy, who's a damn good bug finder. Like, I don't know how he manages to find so many, but he always finds a bunch and lets me know, and it's really helpful. So thank you, Frenzy, and yeah, I hope you'll enjoy the new update as well and not find too many bugs. Well, I hope there won't be many in there, but yeah, I'm sure you'll find whatever it is there is, and I'll try and find many of them before you. And then yeah, I put in features as well, which is the long-term features I still have planned, like vehicles, which was part of the main scope of the game, and then bullet leech, permanent upgrades, perks, RPG style. What did I mean by that again? Oh yeah, so like in an RPG game, you can buy a skill or spend skill points and get skills, and those skills will do certain things. So I was thinking of adding that too after talking with Frenzy, and then as well talking with Frenzy about the bosses, and yeah, they're a bit boring like when they come out. So I want to eventually change them to make the boss fights more interesting. But yeah, that was, I think, everything I wanted to talk about with the new update that's going to be coming out, planned by this Friday. If there's anything you guys want to know or think might not work well, or if you want to see by this update as well, just comment in this video and or message me on Steam, and yeah, I'll try and add in what I can, because I want to make this game really good. And with this update as well, I'm going to use one of my marketing boosts on Steam, my first one. So, because I'm pretty happy with everything that's going into this update as well. It's adding a lot of progression, and that was a lot of people requested that, and yeah, other reasons. But yeah, guys, I'll leave this video at that. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of those features, and yeah, I'll talk to you online. See ya.